Hi there, welcome to Sunnyside Journals. I'm Catherine with 30 minutes of my day. I want to do a bit more work on sweet little chocolate mocha here. Now, we've got a storm blowing in where I am, so I've had to put my overhead lights on, but I'm going to try and adjust them. So give me a second. I'll try and be quick and see if I can get this as good as possible. I can't believe how dark the sky is. It's like all of a sudden, boom. I'm starting to wonder if I should have built an ark. And now I'm going to try and move my camera over. So you know what? I'm going to pause. Hold on. Okay, I think that's better. I hope that's better. So as you can see, little Chocolate Mocha, the arithmetic book, has all of her insides all inside. And I love the way the tabs turned out for the beginning of each signature. How cute are those? And they're numbered. I just think that they turned out really, really sweet from that. Where's the last one? There you are, Almond Slice. We don't want to forget you. From that wonderful book I have, the Victorian Book of Cakes. And I'm going to try and use up the rest of these just in little places in the book. Might as well. They're very pretty. And I love the green and the chocolate brown. So, and it sort of pulls together the end papers that I love it. So I'm trying to just make a few little journaling cards. I'm not going to overly embellish. I'm going to let the new owner do that, but I like to do a few little things. So I've made a few journaling cards out of these were pages out of the book that I've collaged over top of, and this one is a napkin glued over top. And this is out of a cooking book, a Hershey's, there we go, a Hershey's Cocoa cooking book. Ah, jeepers. The rain's coming down and I have to close my window. Hold on. Real life. Okay, better. It was coming down sideways and straight into the master bath. Not good. So I like I said, a few cute little tags. This was from, that's where I was, a Hershey's Cocoa little cook pamphlet booklet type thing. You know, this kind of cookbook where they would just make a little one that you could get. And it was, I think it was Hershey's Cocoa, or it was the other cocoa. I forget the other cocoa. Oh well, doesn't matter. So I made that into a little journaling card. So these are all just going to go up here and go under a brick, well, under a rock. Just get them to lay flat. Now I want to put in, I want to put a pocket on this side of the inner front page, and I want to put a pocket probably right here, because this is one of the pages out of the Victorian Book of Cakes. So there's nothing I'm harming by putting the pocket right here. So I want to use the cover of this Baker's chocolate cookbook. I'll still use the rest, no worries. So I don't often put, I'm looking for things while I'm trying to talk at the same time. Don't ask me to chew gum and walk as well. It's not going to happen. I don't often put photos into my junk journals. I usually like to stick with illustrations, drawn illustrations. There we go. Found it. But sometimes a really cute retro photo is cute. And I am not against using a fun little retro photo, and certainly black and white photos, that sort of thing. That's good. But I mean, as far as books that have photos in them, I don't always. All right, I'm thinking here. I'm just trying to decide where to trim that off, and I think I'm going to start there. Did I get you even? I did. All right. I wished I could have used this whole thing, but whoever owned this wrote $9.47 at the top. And I know that wasn't the price for this little pamphlet. These were usually free. So, yeah. So then I'm trying to decide, I think I may just simply take off Baker's, because that will remove that handwriting. And then it'll just say chocolate and coconut favorites. And then I want that chocolate cake, but I don't want the pocket too deep. So I may bring, I'm not going to worry too much about the plate. There we go. Now, if you're wondering what I'm doing with this, this is my template for how wide my pages are. So I'm just using it so that I know how much of this to take off. And I think I'm still going to take a bit more off this side. Bring it in a bit more. And then, yeah, and then right to the other side of that chocolate cake. I gotta tell you, a chocolate cake that looks like that, when I was a girl growing up, that was my favorite kind of birthday cake for my birthdays. Chocolate cake with chocolate frosting. And of course, I was born on my dad's birthday, so we shared. Well, I didn't get my own cake, but Dad was always happy to have chocolate cake and chocolate frosting. But he liked jam in the middle, not more chocolate frosting. And I mean, come on, chocolate frosting. Anyhow, so my mother found a way to just do a little wedge, and she would put jam in it, and then she'd put a little mark on the plate where the jam section was, and then the rest was frosting, because Dad was the only one who liked jam in his cake. And it was his birthday too, so he should. Oh, come on. Did you stick? Why are you being stubborn? Are you nearing the end of your punching life? Don't tell me that. There we go. It was his birthday too, so I get it. It was always nice to, as the only girl in the family and the baby of the family, I have 3 older brothers, to share my birthday with my dad. It's a nice thing to grow up having that special bond. All right, so I'm just sort of finishing that edge a bit. I never like when you've got a fresh, it's so windy out there. I'm hearing things crashing outside. Oh my goodness. But the dog hasn't barked, so everything must be all right. Yeah, it was nice. It was very, very bittersweet. My first birthday that I had all to myself. It's not anything I ever longed for in life. I loved sharing a birthday. All right, now let's do this side, because I think I want to use a little bit of this side as well. What did I pay for that? I got that at my thrift store. 79 cents. Well worth it, even just to get 2 pockets. Now, she wrote on this side too, whoever this Betty Crocker lady was. She wrote right in that cake, and I really want this. This looks like a chocolate mousse. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to put this in the front as the front pocket, and I'm going to put a label there so that the person can maybe put their name, use it like a little ex libris, and that will cover up this. So that's the plan, Stan. We'll see. Oh, there. I want that plate in. This book is turning out really cute. I'm always amazed when the least likely book on my shelf, I mean, this book was so sad looking and ratty and tattered, and as you can see, the previous owner wrote their name on it, and there's writing on it. I'm always surprised, and yet not surprised, that these books end up turning into some of my favorite. I just want to trim that. I'm just trying to see where it is that I want to take that off, because I want the whole mousse. I want it to fit nicely. Very nice. Now, it's too deep. I don't want it that deep. So I'm going to take actually quite a bit off. And I'm going to do it, both of these pockets, like a 3-sided, not 3-sided, a 2-sided tuck rather than a full pocket. All right, now do it. Oh, you're being a stinker again. I wonder if it's the glossy finish. Come on. Thank you. And that it's old paper and maybe a little bit mushy. Cute. Now I'm wondering if that should go in the front, because it's sort of like a title, pardon me. And if this should go in the back, because the little logo could still go on there. This seems a little bit, I can feel a little bit of grunge there. Sometimes a soft eraser is all that's needed to roll a little bit of grunge off. There we go. All right, now as with this one that I used in Ren, I used one of these inside the front cover of Ren. I'm going to do the same thing. It's, if you can see, it's a punch out, but they didn't have the lines matched up with the punching machine, and that bugs me. So I am just going to even that up and fussy cut around that so it looks a little more finished. There we go. I have so many books I want to do next after I'm finished Chocolate Mocha. Part of me wants to pull out a Christmas book, but I know that I shouldn't do that, because when I start pulling out my Christmas stuff, I really need to almost commit to just doing several Christmas books, and I don't think I'm ready for that yet. But on the other hand, I know that other journal creators are going to get into their Halloween mode, and I am a Self-proclaimed, unapologetic Halloween Scrooge. Oh, I dislike Halloween. I used to love it when it was a happy little holiday where you put a sheet over your head and go, boo, you know, shut out, the witches are out. Gosh, that was fun for children. And now even the commercials on television are terrifying. I find it hard to watch TV. My nighttime imagination when I'm asleep does not need any help coming up with more nightmares. Commercials are just so awful. Yeah, that's going to look nice. That's going to look like it was intended to be that way. Love it. Okay. I want a little bit of inking around the edge just to give it a finished look. So anyhow, maybe when everyone else is pulling out all their blood and gore and guts and stuff, maybe that's when I'll pull out my sugar plums and candy canes and all that stuff. All right, so I want you. Oh, you're too wide. You little stinker. All right, thank goodness I didn't go to the edge on you. Let's take you off. All right, now I wonder if I should put you here and round that corner so that things can go in and out like that. That's easier because then things can pop out the edge. If the paper's too big, there's room, there's overflow room. All right, let's try it. I did it. Yes. Gather twigs, spongy sponge, and redo that edge. And you. Much better. There we go. Into that corner. So that's my big one. Oh, you. I had to take Miss Dorothy for her pedicure today, which she does not like, but she likes the cookies when she's done. So they're not really cookies. She's on a low-fat kibble because of she's prone to pancreatitis. So she actually just gets a couple of low-fat kibbles and she thinks they're cookies and she's happy. But one of you asked what I feed her, and I use a recipe builder. There's a website from a veterinarian up here in Ontario, and she actually has a recipe builder for pet food on her website, and you can literally type in what ingredients you want to use, and she gives you it will calculate how much meat, how much rice, how much vegetables, that sort of thing, depending on what you want. So Dot has to be low fat. Her diet must be lower than 18% fat because of her pancreas. So she gets a cooked meal made from chicken breast, fillet of sole, brown rice, and this week's batch had carrots and green beans, a little bit of sunflower oil in it, and then an additional blend of some vitamins and minerals because she still needs things like calcium and such. So yeah, that's good. So this it's like a recipe engine, and you can type in. So if you wanted to cook your dog, say your dog didn't have health problems like Dot does, and you wanted to make beef and veal with spinach and broccoli, and you don't want any rice in yours, you just enter in the ingredients that you want to put into your dog food or cat food, and then you put in your dog's weight, and it will tell you how much to cook for a 1 day portion of that would be a balanced diet for your pet. It's very, 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 very helpful. And it turns out it's quite highly recommended. My vet recommended it. And then when I was talking to my niece, who is a veterinary technician in Toronto, and she heard about Dot and was asking how she's doing and that. And I said, well, I'm cooking her food now. And she said, oh, what are you doing? And I said, well, I'm following the recipes on Hillary's website. And she said, we know that website. Oh, isn't that good? Okay, that made me feel better too. So, all right, now, how much time have I got? All right, I want to do a little bit. I have a few little things. I'm just going to tuck them in for now so I don't forget. I have somebody's recipe for date squares. I don't know whose it was because I find recipe books at thrift stores. So I'm just putting that in there for now. I have some recipe dividers. This one is cookies, and this is just the letter D, and I just thought D for dessert. So I'm going to put them here for now, and I'm going to figure out what I want to do. I have this out of an old 40s magazine for Smith's Pinger Timer, and then there's the Tutti Frutti Gems. So I'm going to make a journaling tag out of that. Then I have some of these little fussy cuts that I've done. Here, I like this. It's a little hand blender. Cute. So, you know what? I think I'm just going to plates. Okay. I think I'm just going to get to work. Oh, here's another one on how to decorate cakes. I think this was from a 50s magazine. I just rated my magazines today, so I didn't keep track. I think I'm going to turn off the camera for now, get to work, and get some more of this done. I have this here because I want to make a journaling board to sneak somewhere in the middle, so I've got to trim it down and decide what I'm going to use to cover it with. I don't even know yet. And I want to raid my Nova Scotia cooking recipe bag here and maybe put a few things in it from this. So I'm going to get going, even though it's only like 25 minutes. I don't want to get started into something, so it's actually welcome to 25 minutes of my day, I guess. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care, and we'll talk soon. Bye.